Hello, America, and welcome to the American Dream. Today, we're in Lynchburg, Tennessee, at the world-famous Jack Daniel's Distillery. That's right, we're coming today. We're going to learn all about the whiskey-making process. We're going to meet with the head distiller himself, and we're also going to meet with a featured agent and talk about some great real estate opportunities in 2021. Let's go meet up with Mr. Chris Fletcher, which is the master distiller here at Jack Daniel's Distillery.
Tennessee, Tennessee, I was born here, raised here, and I'll make my grave here its home. Tennessee.
Now I'm here with Mr. Chris Fletcher. He is the master distiller here at the world-famous Jack Daniel's Distillery. Tell the world how you got started into this and how you became a master distiller.
You know, I grew up just about 3 miles up the street here, over those hills.
Okay.
Born and raised here in Lynchburg, and my parents and grandparents are from here. In fact, my grandfather was our master distiller here. He started working here in the 1950s and kind of grew up around the distillery. And, you know, I went away to college and studied chemistry and was a little unsure of what I wanted to do. I got a summer job, honestly, my first, job, during the summer to make some money before I went back to school and here at the distillery. And that's where I kind of thought, well, okay, there's a lot of chemistry in whiskey making. And one thing led to another, and I got really lucky, and I've been in the industry now almost 20 years.
And I believe you were just promoted to master distiller recently, right?
That's right, yeah, back in October. It really is a special thing for me because of my grandfather and family history, but also the people of Lynchburg. You know, there's only about 600 to 700 people in the whole town of Lynchburg.
Wow,
and so it's really the families of Lynchburg that make our product what it is.
So tell us a little bit as far as how it goes through the process of making the whiskey.
You know, it all starts with grain and water. And so it's corn, malted barley, and rye. Every bottle starts with this cave and the underground springs that feed it. To make great whiskey, it helps to start with great water.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why Jack moved here, and that's why we still make every drop of Jack Daniel's right here in Lynchburg. So we're gonna take the grain as it comes in out of the trucks and grind it into a meal, and we're literally gonna cook it in this cave water. So we'll ferment the grains after we cook it, mash it is what we call it, mashing. The fermentation will convert the sugars from the starches into alcohol, and then of course we distill it into clear whiskey. After that point, the clear whiskey will filter through a bed of hard maple charcoal, which was how Jack learned how to make whiskey from Mr. Green back in the day.
Yeah.
Slowly filtering it through. After the charcoal mellowing process, the whiskey is still clear at that point. Then it'll go into the barrel to age. Always a brand new charred oak barrel to age. And so that barrel, if you think about it, is really the #1 ingredient of flavor. All the color and most of the flavor comes from that barrel. So that's why we're sourcing our own logs, making our own staves, making our own barrels for Jack Daniel's. The way my grandfather made whiskey, this process is what makes us Tennessee whiskey legally on that label.
So Mr. Tyler Henson is our featured agent for today. First time out here, right?
Absolutely. Always lived nearby, never actually been.
So tell us a little bit about what you think with some great opportunities for a buyer coming into 2021.
There's so much to love about Tennessee, not just Nashville. There's so many hills, so much beautiful terrain. You can be right outside of Nashville within an hour and have so much more land, so much more to offer, and there's so much that these small towns like Lynchburg have to go and see and do, and you're still within a short drive to Nashville.
All right, so what better way to wrap up this fine day than standing next to old Jack himself. Thank you so much to the Jack Daniel's Distillery for showing us around this amazing property here today. We learned so much history. Thank you to Mr. Chris Fletcher, the master distiller. Thank you to our featured agent, Tyler Henson. You guys remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and cheers to your American dream.